As Carol said, my name is Anna Romiti, and I am the president of Reveille. We are a marketing, communications, and design agency here in Orange County. And we believe not only in providing great service, but both my business partner and I and our entire team just have the most giant hearts for doing good and for creating and moving forward the common good. We're very proud to be associated with all of you in some capacity. We have some clients in the room today, as well as the Orange County Community Foundation we work with. My role today is to walk you through some kind of tried and true best practices and opportunities for you to leverage your marketing, primarily digital marketing or in organization marketing, in order to help raise funds for your organizations during our 30-hour giving period. Okay? If you have any questions, I love questions. Ask them throughout. You don't have to wait to the end. You don't have to hold on to them. You can raise your hand. Some people throw things, but that hurts sometimes, so maybe we won't throw things. I also have with me today my counterpart, Chelsea Van Arnhem, who is one of our social media masterminds, as well as our account manager. And then I have Jordy Smith, who is our account marketing coordinator, who can also answer some of your questions if you need to as well. Okay? Perfect. What better way to start out our training today than to watch the video that has been prepared for Giving Day to give us all a reminder of why we're here today and what our goal is and what we're working towards.
They say that home is where the heart is. For all of us who call Orange County home, we have a chance to give where our hearts live. To celebrate its 25th anniversary, the Orange County Community Foundation is supercharging local giving by hosting Orange County's first ever county-wide Giving Day, kicking off on April 21st, 2015. The goal? To raise $2 million for local nonprofits in only 30 hours. So it speaks to your heart. Are you inspired to help students throughout their school programs, support research to find a cure? Maybe art is where your heart is. Whatever your passion, the iHeartoc Giving Day is your way to put it into action. We invite you to join us and give where your heart lives. Visit iheartoc.org and get ready to show Orange County your love.
How many of you have seen this video? Great. So this video is placed on the iheartoc.org website, which is your key website to go to for news, updates, information, and everything we talk about today will be found on this website as well. But it's there for you to use, share, and watch as you see fit. We're going to go ahead and jump into our presentation now. And while we're making that transition, I just want to have all of you give yourselves a round of applause for the amazing things you're doing in our community. So let's give each other a round of applause. We have over 63 about people in this room today, and this is our third in a series of 4 trainings. And every training, there has been over 60 people in that training. This is a lot of time out of your busy workday, and it's a lot of investment and energy put into making your cause or your organization succeed. And you should really be thanked and rewarded for that. And I really appreciate it. And I know the Orange County Community Foundation does. And I know all of your clients do as well. All right, let's jump into the fun stuff. Oh, they know who we are now. All right, our objectives for today. The first one is really to understand the role social media plays in iHeartoc Giving Day. How many of you have social media platforms you're currently using in your organization? That would include Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter. Everyone? Now, you don't have to have all of them in order to participate. The more you have, the better, but everyone must leave this room today and at least have a Facebook page. If you don't already, that's your number one goal when you get back today, is to have a Facebook page for your organization. The second is how to properly leverage your organization's social assets. So we're going to go a little more in depth. A lot of you are potentially already doing a social media strategy. You're using social media to communicate, you're using social media to post photos, and we're going to help you work with those assets that you already have and leverage the campaign and how to integrate what we're teaching you today into what you're already doing within your own social media channels. And then 3 is how to use the iHeartoc Giving Day Social Toolkit. So I believe all of you were handed one when you walked in today. This toolkit that you have, it's the black and white toolkit in front of you, is basically a comprehensive kit that includes step-by-step of all the tools that are available to you and recommendations on how to use them. A lot of what we're going to go over today is in this toolkit, but this toolkit can go home with you or back to the office with you, as well as you can find it online. And then today we have a fun little kind of cheats and best practices and help that we can give you on how to use those. All right. Before we get into how to use each of the social media channels, let's talk a little bit about what their purpose is. We all hear about the social channels. We all hear about that we should be using social media, but some people say, which one should I use? Why should I use Facebook over Instagram or Twitter? Or what is that Twitter thing that people are talking about? I thought that died a long time ago. They all have a purpose. And so the best way that we felt to communicate that purpose is by kind of breaking it down into everyday life. So Facebook, we recommend you think of Facebook like your living room. It's a place where people gather to talk, share news, and be entertained. Instagram is like a photo album. It's the tell-all visual story, and it provides a fun way for people to connect in real time. How do they connect on Instagram? Through comments, through hashtags. And then we have Twitter. Twitter is like a newsroom. This is the best way to explain Twitter. It's quick sound bites of interesting information. How many of you hear about an earthquake on Twitter before you hear about it on the news, right? It is very, very good. That was a perfect sound for a newsroom. We didn't even practice that. Thank you, Heather.
That was cute.
But all of these can talk to each other, and all of these can be connected. But they all, as you can see, serve a different purpose in how the message is communicated to the wider audience. All right, let's jump into the first one. So before you launch anything on any of your social channels, we want to make sure you understand where this whole campaign is living, the iheartoc.org website. This website has been promoted in all of Orange County Community Foundation's marketing, social channels, commercials. Everywhere we're promoting Giving Day, this website is promoted. So the public has already been introduced to this website. We started promoting this website back in November at the annual meeting for the Orange County Community Foundation. I promise I'll come to the other side of the room. I'm not leaving that side out. Sorry, guys. So this site will have all your answers to your questions. It holds your toolkit. It holds the list of nonprofits that are participating. It holds the prizes that you can win. Why is this so important? Not just for you, but for the outside world. Because if someone hears about iHeartOC Giving Day from someone, they're sitting next to them at a luncheon or an event, and they hear about it, and they don't know how to participate, or they don't know what nonprofit to choose, everything about it is right here. So it's really, really important that all of you stay connected to this website, and you also promote this website in addition to promoting yourself. Now, why would you do that? A lot of you are thinking, well, why am I going to promote another website? Shouldn't everyone be coming to our website? What this does is it adds validity and credibility to the 30-hour giving period. People truly understand the depth of the concept, as well as they understand exactly how they're giving, where their money's going, and who they can give to. Okay? Perfect. Any questions on anything I said? All right. How do we use Facebook? So the first thing to do is make sure you have the Facebook page. The second thing to do is to make sure once you launch your Facebook page, you like the Orange County Community Foundation Facebook page. Now, why do you do that? Because the Orange County Community Foundation has a very robust social media strategy where we're posting multiple times a day about Giving Day. We're posting how to get involved. We're posting when people sign up. We're posting things about our corporate sponsors. We're posting if we're having events, all of that. And if you're connected to that feed, all of your followers will be able to see and understand the breadth of what's going on. The second thing would be to update your cover photo. Okay, I'm going to jump ahead for one quick second here. All of the tools that you see in this kit, this cover photo, all this beautiful artwork that goes along with Giving Day is available to all of you to use. All these assets are located on iheartoc.org, but this just in, brand new, this wasn't here 2 trainings ago. We have made it so that each of you can place your own logo on these assets. All of that will be available by Friday. and be uploaded. So now you're not just promoting Giving Day, but you're going to be able to promote Giving Day with your logo embedded in the creative. So that will be available to you on Friday. So when we're looking throughout this this presentation today, you can kind of just keep that in the back of your head as well. So getting back to Facebook, you want to update your cover photo. This is this main photo across the front. This is the primary visual on Facebook. Yes, question.
Are you going to do any collateral that looks like other parts of the population? We don't serve children.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's only got kids on it. What about those of us that don't serve kids?
You know, that is a great question. There is collateral in there that does not include any children or any imagery. It's just words and hearts, and you can incorporate your own logo. This question was actually brought up at the last two trainings. The reason we focused on children is because in order to represent every nonprofit, it would be about a 30-minute video that we would have to incorporate all the different demographics. So we decided to work with children because they are the future of whatever avenue we're going down. The future of children is who will take care of the environment. The future of children is who will take care of animals. The future of children is who will take care of elderly moving forward. And then children, of course, in education. So we decided to make this shorter video just focus. We had to have some personal visuals in order for people to understand rather than just graphics. So that's why this is the avenue we chose for this. But to answer your question directly, there are already assets available that do not include children.
What about different races? I don't see any black children.
There are. If you, on the assets on the toolkit, there is a variety of children in there. And all of the ads, this is a cover photo that can be used on Facebook, but there are options on there. This is just one of them. How many of you had the opportunity to visit the assets in the toolkit on the website? Okay, when you go there, there's a laundry list of different options you can choose from. If there is not an option there that fits you best without having to personalize it exactly to your organization, but there isn't something that helps represent, please email us and let us know, and we're happy to help where we can. Any other questions on that? Okay, great. So you want to update your cover photo, and then you obviously will want to update your icon badge. Your icon badge is the one item that follows your Facebook feed wherever it goes. So if someone looks at something you posted on a friend's site, so if I'm on Orange County Community Foundation and I see that Healthy Smiles for Kids of Orange County posted something and they have this icon, I'm now seeing this icon on a different feed. So it'll follow you wherever you go. So if your board members are on your Facebook page or they post something about you on their Facebook page, this cover photo will follow that conversation and communication, which is now marketing to multiple audiences. And this is a version with only text, and there's other versions with only hearts and so on for you to choose from. Yes?
Can we alter these icons and images if we want to, as long as we keep the iHeartOC logo the same?
We have provided the ones that you can alter where you place your logo. We want to be very mindful not to alter them too much because it could change the perception of the campaign or who the campaign is associated with, meaning Orange County and the nonprofit community. We recommend you use, but again, that's why we updated the toolkit in order for you to have options to place your logo in there versus just a straight iHeartOC campaign logo. Do you want to add anything?
Yeah, I was just going to say, at the beginning of April, you're all going to receive a personalized URL that you're going to be able to use in your outreach, which is going to be able to direct people directly to your page to give. So they're not going to have to go to the main page, they're going to go to your organization's page, all the information about you and be able to give. So that's going to be a big tool. You should be seeing it around the 9th or 13th of April is when we will get that out. But you don't want it too soon. I mean, we'll talk about the timeline about this. You want to be promoting this and then being able to direct people as we get closer to the event.
Yes.
Will pages offer analytics to show how many people are clicking in different areas or how much money is coming in?
So your individual URL that you will receive from the Orange County Community Foundation, that's where all the donations will go through. Okay. So, and those will be tallied up through the Orange County Community Foundation. So we'll be able to tell how many people came to your link and donated. As far as analytics of where they're clicking onto your site, those would come from your website.
Well, and this will be an annual thing, so that way, will we get that information?
You will
individually
receive.
So we can kind of learn and grow for the next time?
You will receive how many people donated. I believe you will receive how many people clicked on that page.
Whatever we can pull out of Google Analytics.
Yes, we'll pull. And then you will receive who gave. You'll receive the information of who gave. So if any of you or all of you are receiving gifts from people, maybe you will or won't know them. It might be someone you've never done business with. You'll have their information to cultivate that moving forward. Yes?
Is that personalized URL the only link that every individual who wants to give your organization has to go to that link, or is there alternatives that they can go straight from your website to?
Right.
That's a great question.
So anybody can give directly from the main website. So the day of, that front page or home page is going to change, and it's basically going to be a donation page where people can, if you guys were in the Giving Day orientation where I showed you kind of a picture of what that looked like, they're going to be able to look for your organization from a drop-down list, put in a keyword search by categories, and they can give to you, somebody could give to you that way too, because obviously the word's going to be out there. So somebody might just come that day and say, hey, I'm really interested in animal rescue, and then they find an organization to give to. So there are many ways that people can come in to the site to get to. It doesn't have to be through your URL.
But they cannot give, if they give on your guys' individual websites, if they donate on your individual sites through your current donate, that does not count towards the campaign. So what, and we're going to talk to you a little bit about how maybe you can switch that for the 30 hours or add another component. But just to be clear, anything that comes through your traditional donation channel on your website is not connected to the iHeartOC at this time. Okay? So once you have your unique URL, you can switch that on your website if you want, or add a new donate button for the 30-hour time period in order for them to be able to donate through your site or through iHeartOC or through the direct link in order for those funds to come in. Because we really don't want you to miss any opportunity. I mean, all donations are great donations. Yes, absolutely. So if more people come to your website that day, that is fantastic. It's working. But in order to qualify for the pools and the prizes, it has to come through your unique URL. Any other questions? Told you I love questions. Yes.
With that unique URL, is the page customizable, or is it all uniform for all nonprofits?
It's all uniform for all nonprofits.
So we're not able to add our logo on there.
It's going to be on there.
It's on there.
So what we're doing is the reason why it's a requirement that you have your nonprofit central profile completed and that a logo is required is that we're pulling the information from Nonprofit Central. So it's going to have your logo, it's going to have a link to your website, it's going to have your name, your address, all that kind of information. And then there's actually going to be a link if they want to go see your Nonprofit Central profile. They could click on that link and actually get that full transparent look at your organization. So, but it needs to be consistent for everybody throughout the day.
Is everyone okay with that? Understand that?
Yeah.
Any questions about that? Okay, perfect. So Facebook. So can you go to the next page, please, Chelsea? Thank you. The other best practices or things that you should be doing on Facebook is posting. And everyone always asks, how much posting? You know, sometimes it's too much, sometimes it's not enough. It should be at a minimum 1 time per day that you post about this campaign. Again, when I'm talking about the social media, I'm talking completely in reference to iHeartOC Giving Day, not what you normally do on a normal basis. We recommend that you post at least 1 time per day about this opportunity and really have fun with it. The core message of this is we've got 30 hours to raise $2 million for Orange County, but that means we've got 30 hours to help us, meaning each individually one of you, organizations, raise as much money as possible with a widespread countywide attention on you. And just to give you an idea of what kind of marketing is going on for this right now in the community, there are going to be commercials running on Cox Television. There are going to be digital signage. There's going to be digital signage placed on the 55 and the 5 freeway for people to see. There's going to be a lot of our local museums and entertainment venues are handing out flyers to all of their guests who attend the event. So there is that's only just the tip of the iceberg. There is a lot of county-wide branding and marketing going on in order to promote the overall campaign to support your efforts. So have some fun with it. Oh, yes.
Minimum once per day leading up to it?
Minimum once. So if we flip, yes, so that's a good question. So if you flip to the back of your toolkit, there is a recommended timeline for everything that you should do and how frequently you should do it leading up to the actual 30 days. We recommend one time per day. Leading up to it is fine, or during it is fine one time. Again, all of this is based on how frequently you're already posting on Facebook. Some people post on Facebook already 3 to 4 times a day. So to add another 2 or 3 or 4 of these would be a little too much for them. So if nothing else, you need to post one time a day leading up and one time a day throughout. But if you can, during the actual 30 hours, it should be an ongoing conversation on your Facebook page. You could be thanking people for participating. You could be asking people to participate. You could be running your own contest with your own donor database for people who come on to Facebook or go onto your link and click. There are so many different things you can do with it. It just, again, depends on the activity on your Facebook page. Does that help, Darla? Okay. A big thing that we have to remember is that if anyone posts questions, comments, updates on any of your posts about the overall campaign on social media, we must respond to them. We must answer them. Some people are going to hear about this for the first time, or you may have people on your board or some of your collaborative partners who kind of know what's going on, but then they see it on your Facebook page and they ask you about it. That is a great place to put as much information as possible about the campaign, because not only will the person who asked the question or the comment see it, the whole page will see it, the whole feed will see it. It's like a free pass to post as much as you want when people ask you questions. So you can even ask questions on our Facebook page, and I'll tell you about it. Also, to engage with like-minded target audience pages and posts. What does this mean? It means to engage with your collaborative partners. Engage with your corporate donors. Engage with your donors. Engage with your volunteers. All of the community that supports and helps you build your organization that you're connected with on social channels should be engaging with you, not only on your Facebook page, but on their Facebook page. So what does that mean? It means that you can go to your volunteers and you can invite them all to like this page. You can invite them all to share the news. And it's that domino effect. It starts spreading and spreading and spreading. Any questions on that? No? Okay. Use high quality photos in your posts. Okay, we all love to post pictures. We all go on Facebook to look at pictures. I used to joke that Facebook was so we could see what everyone else from high school was doing. And then, but and we could see real time what they were like after high school. But the problem is regular old traditional photos don't work anymore. Those kind of random ones we take on our phone and upload, they have to be high quality photos. I don't mean you have to hire a photographer. I just mean when you take the photo, it has to have meaning. It has to be clear what the photo is trying to achieve. Some ideas could be you could take pictures of the staff who have an iHeartOC flyer, or you could take pictures of the staff saying, "We challenge you to give to us today." Anything that is connecting your organization with Giving Day with your audience. It has to connect. Because photos can be tagged and shared beyond just the content in the post. So on Facebook, you'll see the photo and then you'll see someone's comment underneath about what that photo is. A lot of times people can share just the photo. They don't have to share your comment. So if someone just shares a photo and adds their own comment, that photo should be able to stand on its own, providing its own information and its own visual understanding. We provided some, kind of quick ideas of what you could do for posts on Facebook. You could have staff testimonials. You could have the staff talk about why they're excited about Giving Day. Donors, board members. A lot of you have board members that have high net connections, have a lot of friends, whether on Facebook or Instagram or on LinkedIn. A lot of corporate donors, board members have connections on LinkedIn. The more you get them engaged, the more viral this campaign will go, and organically reach people it would have never reached before. And one way to do that, someone asked in the last training, how do we get our board members to do this? Sometimes it's challenging just to get them all to a meeting. Sometimes it's challenging to get them all to an event because they have very busy schedules. One thing to do is when you have the meeting, make this an agenda item. We highly recommend that iHeartOC Giving Day becomes a quick agenda item on your board agendas moving forward from here on out. Some people have monthly meetings, biweekly, whatever the frequency might be. Start at the top with this. Make a quick intro, letting them know if you can what we're all doing and how they can get involved, and give them ideas on how they can support you. We created cheat sheets that are available online for how to use Facebook or how to get involved with social media. You can download that cheat sheet, send them with it at the end of the meeting, and they have all the tools they need to help support you. And then the last thing we recommend on here is share and connect, again, on all OCCF Facebook posts. Again, this is because OCCF reaches such a large community that the more your organization engage with Orange County Community Foundation, there's cross-promotion or cross-pollination of viewers seeing those posts, seeing your brand that may potentially have not seen it before. We put a best practice in here. Images are incredibly effective on Facebook. Posts with photos get on average 39% more engagement, and that's actually increasing since we put this together 2 months ago. Any questions on Facebook? All right, let's go to Instagram. How many of you have Instagram? Okay, so you want to post a series of images, a minimum of 3 each week, leading up to the 30-hour period, and then during iHeartOC Giving Day. Minimum of 3. Instagram is like Twitter. It feeds constantly. So while your photo may be at the top or your Instagram post may be at the top of someone's feed, 2 minutes later, it could be 40 deep. So it's very important that there is a consistency and a rhythm and a pattern to how you're posting on Instagram. Now, we got the question last time, so I want to go ahead and answer it. Instagram and Facebook can be connected. If you go to upload a picture on Instagram, you can click right on your phone or right in the app, post to Facebook as well. This is okay to do. This is acceptable. By all means, you can do that. But what we encourage you to do is post other things throughout the day on Facebook. If all you have on your social media channels is duplicate information over and over again, people are going to start tuning something out because they can get the same information everywhere. You're going to want to break it up and have a little fun and change the rhythm and the flow of it. The other important thing on Instagram is to use hashtags. How many of you have a hashtag for your organization? I strongly recommend that for this campaign, you develop one. A hashtag is a way to link to your organization, link to your social assets, link to your website other than putting URLs in posts. It's quick, it's easy, and it's very easy to share. And it's very easy for people who aren't familiar with you to become exposed to it. Because what happens when you have a hashtag is if someone goes on Instagram and they search, let's say I'm searching for a really good friend of mine, and I know she works in the environmental world. And I know she works for, let's say I think she works for My Ocean, but I don't know exactly the name of it. And I start typing something in ocean, and I don't know what it is. It'll pull up all the names, all the hashtags of anything ocean. I have just now been exposed to other nonprofits that I didn't even know existed. So a hashtag will help people find you that may not even know they were looking for you, or it's gonna help people find you who are looking for you and didn't know how to find you. Does that make sense? Everyone good with that? Any questions? I've been talking a lot. I'm sure you want to hear someone else's voice by now. Okay. The hashtag, I'm sorry, Chelsea. The hashtag iHeartOC is the campaign hashtag. This hashtag has already been in use since November. It is continuing to be used on a daily basis, multiple times a day. This hashtag is in all marketing assets, all creative. It's going to be in Angel Stadium. It's going to be on the 5 and the 55 freeway. It is going to be on television. So it is very important that when you post anything, you use your hashtag that you create or already have and you use this hashtag because it's going to connect all the brands together to the wider picture of what's going on for those 30 hours.
How do you create a hashtag?
Good question, Chelsea. Chelsea's our hashtag expert.
So you don't have to register it, you just type it in your post. That's it. It's as simple as using the pound sign or the hashtag sign, and you just type it.
What's a best practice for that, Chelsea, for an organization?
So I would suggest before you pick out your own custom hashtag that you search it first, just in case it's been used by some other organization and they're posting horrible things. You want to make sure you're not grouped in with that. So you'll want to do the search first, and then you just start using it, and you can take ownership of it. So sometimes it may be good if maybe it is already in use, or you can use something that's more common. You can use hashtag OC nonprofit or hashtag Orange County, and you can get linked in to all the other people who are posting about Orange County, and someone else may find you through that way or may follow you that way. So there's definitely benefit in using more generic hashtags, more specific to your organization hashtags, and then the iHeartOC hashtag. You're getting pulled into feeds across different channels, if that makes sense.
May I ask what organization you're with?
The Mentat School.
I can't hear you, I'm sorry.
The Mentat School.
Okay, so you could come up with hashtag Mentat education. You could come up with hashtag educating children. Hashtag, there are different ways you can do. What you want to look at when you're creating your hashtag is what you deliver, what benefit you provide. You obviously want to try to get some sort of your own branding or your own name involved. And then you also want to think of using words that are general words that people would search or would know already. Yes?
When people search, I'm assuming it doesn't matter, like if you have one part of the hashtag, they search, all of it comes up, is that right?
Hashtags
Like
are
if somebody searches heart, it will bring this.
If you search the hashtag heart, it will only bring posts that have hashtagged the word heart. So it's not going to take a shorter version of it. It's going to take the exact hashtag. So make sure you don't misspell anything. Make sure you're using exactly the same thing each time.
Okay. Chelsea, next.
It's not like Google, it won't autofill what you are trying to put.
Then what we also have for Instagram is regrams. You're going to post regrams, or what are like comments of relevant partner, donor, collaborator content as they are available. So if any one of your constituents, partners, volunteers, anyone posts on Instagram anything about your organization to support you, your organization wants to repost that. Some ideas for sample posts could include some of the graphics we've provided. Again, staff graphics, if you can feature client graphics. If you want to do a famous saying or a famous quote, you can post your mission. Any of those things will work really well. And again, if you have any questions about other options, feel free to email us and we're happy to walk you through a couple more ideas. The visual representations of the cause you serve is obviously the most impactful. Again, if you have that barrier, we've provided a few ideas or solutions, but the more you can relate that photo to your cause so that the audience sees that right away, the stronger the connection is going to be. Best practice, the key to Instagram is making sure your profile is public. So you have to manually go in and do that. It's not automatically public. So please make sure that that is turned on so everyone can see you. Then we have Twitter. All right, so Twitter, again, this is like our newsroom. This is little sound bites of information. Twitter, you can schedule and promote your organization's custom iHeartOC donation page. This is where the URL that OCCF provides you can be directly posted in your Twitter post. This is a great place to say, have you given today? And post your link. 28 hours left and post your link. Quick sound bites of information that directly link people to your landing page. But you must have the hashtag. So don't forget to add your hashtag or the iHeartOC hashtag. And then don't forget to tag. Tag your organizations, brand ambassadors, again, donors, volunteers, anyone connected. When you tag someone in your tweet is now seen by all of their followers. So again, you've exponentially created awareness of your cause and what you're doing by just tagging someone in that tweet. Other good rules to remember on Twitter is thank people. Thank everyone who mentions both iheartoc and your hashtag if you have one, and thank everyone who tags your organization in a tweet. A thank you is a great way to have a tweet without having to think of fresh, brand new content. And again, it connects you exponentially to the wider audience. We talked a little bit about this, but you're going to want to have a hashtag for Twitter. Twitter is made up of hashtags pretty much, hashtags and URLs. So make sure that you have hashtags for your organizations. And then this will help you rally and track supporters of your organization. You asked me earlier if there would be metrics provided from that landing page. Every social media channel provides a free set of metrics. So you can see at any time which social media channel is working best for you. But the only way to track that thoroughly is to do it through 3 methods. 1 is through the actual page, 2 is through a URL, and 3 is through hashtags. And if any of you have questions about setting that up, please let us know and we're happy to walk you through that as well. And finally, retweet OCCF Giving Day tweets. Again, connecting you to their audience, connecting you to the overall cause. Any questions?
It's on Instagram or Twitter, on Facebook, and I tag the image with someone that I want to see it, maybe a sponsor, without naming it. It's just like a nudge. Would that come up on their feed as well?
If you tag them, yes.
In the picture.
Correct. Correct. Best practice, stick to a routine. The most popular accounts offer a steady stream of tweets, 5 to 10 a day. It's unlikely you'll overtweet. Remember how I was talking a little bit about how Instagram is a feed and it moves pretty rapidly? Twitter moves about 3 times as fast as Instagram does. It is literally like a news feed or a news ticker. It's constantly updating and changing. So pushing as much information out as you can as possible is imperative to keeping your message at the forefront. Tweets during weekdays. Twitter is best for weekdays, just like news. I mean, I know we watch the news on the weekends, but people are most ready to absorb it and paying attention to it Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Any questions on Twitter? Yes.
Actually, a question about Facebook. I noticed that there's an iHeartOC page that looks like a publication that has nothing to do with this. Have we been in contact with them to see if they're at all interested in supporting us, at least for that 30 hours?
Well, we've talked to anyone who has had, we've reached out to anyone who has that hashtag. There's a lot of bloggers out there who have iHeartOC who have used it. There's some apparel companies that have it as well. So we're absolutely open to partnering with them, but in addition, if they say no, that's why we have such a robust marketing strategy, is hopefully to pull us up and kind of push theirs down at least up until the 30-hour giving period is over. Yeah, good question. Very good question. All right. Video. I know we watched the video, and I understand that it may not relate to everyone, and I completely understand that, but videos are a great communication tool. Whether it's the video we supplied or a video that you create, talking, asking, pleading, whatever it might be, videos can be linked on all your social media channels. You can create a link to post the video. We highly recommend that video or an interactive tool be part of your overall strategy. You can use this video to communicate the event and the overall breadth on all your social media channels. Again, you can make your own viral video, send it out through social media, or post on the homepage of your website for the next couple of weeks until the 30-hour period is over. Facebook is probably the greatest medium for sharing videos. Your website is great. Yes, it's absolutely fine to put a video on your website, but videos on Facebook get shared way more often than a website link is going to be shared with your video. And have fun with it. You know, we all watch those funny viral videos. I mean, you don't necessarily have to make a cat video or anything like that in order to grab attention, but have fun with it. You know, if you can get your clients involved, get them involved. If you can get a testimonial, whatever you can do to create excitement and engagement, fun, happy, outgoing stuff is really shared quite often. Yes, Carol.
And we do have 3 social media prizes that we have added to the prize list. So for Facebook posts and videos and things like that. So another reason to get creative with your social media.
Yes, yes. Best practice, tag. Make sure all videos are tagged with your organization's name and the iHeartOC hashtag. Any questions on video? All right, next. All right, so a little bit outside of the social media channels, but still very important marketing tools are your e-marketing tools. Many of you have a website. We wanted to be able to be sure that you had banner ads that you could place on your website. So if someone heard about it or you talked about it in a meeting and then someone went to your website not knowing where to go, or someone landed on your website because they went to one of your events, that you could place a banner ad. We have multiple sizes, multiple versions available, both just icon and visual driven and then photo driven that can be placed on your site. And we now have options available where you can place your logo. For instance, there will be an ad in all these sizes that says, "We Heart OC." It has your logo. It says, "We Heart OC. Do you give today?" or something of that nature. So again, it's personalizing the opportunity to your organization and your brand. Questions about web banners? How many of you have a website where you can put a banner ad? Perfect, perfect. The other e-marketing tools are e-newsletters or e-blasts. We can, what we have created is those banner ads can be used in your e-newsletter or in an e-blast on a consistent basis. Or we've also created an email blast about Giving Day. So if you want to send an email to your database, letting them know how easy it is to give, 1, 2, 3, this is how you get involved, this is how you help raise this money, this is available for you online. It's customizable. You can put your logo in it, you can put your pitch in it, but the general information of how to stay involved or how to donate stays the same. All ready to go for you, you just have to drop it into your email software. Many of you use Constant Contact or MailChimp. It's MailChimp and Constant Contact friendly. The key to an effective and a high open rate on e-blasts and emails is your subject line. So we provided some sample subject lines that you can start with. Again, we always want to stay away from the word free. We always want to stay away from the word money. Those get filtered out pretty quickly. The subject line needs to be an immediate benefit to the person whose inbox it's in. So if it pops up in my inbox on a Monday morning and I have 500 emails from the weekend, it needs to jump out at me as, why should I click on this? Questions are a great way to do that. And then you can also use the social media toolkit images to place in your own e-newsletter and in your own e-blast in the header and footer. Those are available for you to move around and alter as needed in order for that branding to be in all your messaging moving forward from here to the end of the 30 hours. Questions?
How do you put the heart there? Is that an emoticon like on my phone?
The heart for iHeart. How they insert a heart?
How do you insert? So you can insert, are you talking about a text?
As a subject line.
As a subject line, yeah, it's an emoticon, but you can also create, you can create it in Constant Contact, or Word is like an image. Not Word, Constant Contact or MailChimp is an image. But you can also just type the word heart. If you can't make the heart, you can type the word heart as well. For someone receiving this, do you heart OC? Corporations, you're probably going to want to type out the word heart, but to your volunteer group or any like social group you're a part of, if you can use imagery, that would be your best bet. Any questions? Any more questions? Okay. And then your email. Your email, out of everything we've talked about today, is probably the most powerful tool you have in order to communicate and make people aware of what's going on with this campaign. How many emails do you send a day on average? 30, 40, 100? Some of you are laughing at me that I only said 30. We send hundreds of emails on any given point. Changing your signature line by incorporating the iHeartOC Giving Day message, time frame, link. You can incorporate your own individual link in there once it's provided to you, is a great way to spread the word and to market what you're doing. We've provided 2 options. There's a text option, And then there's what's called the HTML option, which includes images. Some emails allow you to have images, some emails don't. So we wanted to make sure everyone had an option for that. If you do nothing else besides start a Facebook page after you leave here today, I highly recommend that you update your signature line, not just you, but your entire staff. And I would start that now, today, and keep that going all the way through the 30 hours.
How do you use the text option? How do you insert it?
Just copy and paste it. So yeah, so you're Mac based, or yes. So when you go in to change your signature line, you can just copy and paste what we've provided and paste it right into the signatures section and add it as a new signature.
Well, I've done that on my email signature, but for
I just thought you meant text.
Texting, you just copy paste all the time.
Texting,
To put it on a text. You said this is for text sample. So
oh no, that's a text sample is meaning just like content, text, not visual sample. I'm sorry. But you know, a key, that's actually a really good segue, and a point sometimes I forget to mention is make sure you change it in your email signature in your phone too. Because a lot of us will send an email from our phone and it says sent from my iPhone. You want to make sure you can add this to your iPhone, or if you don't have an iPhone, whatever device you have, it'll go out as well. Or your tablet, because sometimes at night we're not emailing from our computers, we're doing it from our mobile devices. Thank you for reminding me of that. All right, next one. All right, and then your internal marketing tools. So obviously word of mouth is the most, as we know as nonprofits, is a very important way and a very effective way to talk about the giving. So I talked about this a little bit in the beginning. If you can mention it at board meetings, staff meetings, if you have a donor event, moving forward from here on out, anytime you have a gathering of 3 or more people, I would talk about Giving Day. I would talk about how it could benefit you. I would talk about the widespread marketing that's going on with it and the opportunities. And I would keep doing that all the way through the 30 hours. Voicemail. Change your outgoing voicemails on your office phones. If you use your cell phone for personal or for work use, change it on there as well. People listen to voicemails. I know sometimes you can press 1 and forward over it, but most of the time you're going to get at least a couple of people who will hear your whole voicemail. You should have about, are you giving to us? Or don't forget Giving Day is coming up. Something that engages them and reminds them of what you're doing. And then in-office marketing. Carol joked a little bit earlier, but we do. We have a countdown sign in the lobby that reminds us every day of how many more days until Giving Day. And that's a great effective tool to get people excited, engaged. Another thing you could do besides just counting down how many days you have, set a goal. Set a goal for your nonprofit. We want to raise in 30 hours $100,000, whatever it might be. Set that goal in how many hours, and you can put that in an e-blast. You can put that in your office. You can have an inter-office memo about it. Whatever it might be to keep people excited and going. 30 hours is a long time. Our attention span for stuff can kind of dwindle pretty quickly. I mean, we can't even get through an hour show without fast-forwarding commercials these days, right? So for 30 hours, we have to keep that excitement and that momentum going, and that's a great way to do it as well. Best practice. Be creative and have fun. I know I've said it multiple times today. We really, really want to encourage you guys to embrace this and have fun with it. That excitement, that happiness, that smile that you're all going to have when you get that check at the end of this 30 hour, we want that to come out through all of your marketing and all of your messaging now, because that's what fuels giving. That's what fuels inspiration. And you all have that, or you wouldn't be doing what you're doing right now. Yes?
Most nonprofits have already a regular giving kind of a campaign.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they have galas, they have annual campaigns. And basically what we find is that the money just goes from pot to pot. You're introducing a whole new campaign. How can we convince people to give more to yours? Because to take away from those other established pots is very difficult when we've already budgeted.
Yes, please.
So a couple thoughts on that. First of all, this is a leverageable gift opportunity. So for donors, that is why they're going to get engaged on that day, because they know that when they give to you on this day, they're not just going to give the $50 or the $100. It's going to be leveraged by the bonus pool and the opportunity for the prizes. There's over 78 prizes available, dollar prizes for organizations. That's number one. Number two is that history tells us with community foundations that have hosted giving days that 25 to 35% of donors that give to you on a giving day are new donors. So it's an opportunity for you to steward new relationships. And Anna talked a little bit about the fact that you're going to have this information, but just so you know, on the day of, on the leaderboard, you're going to know exactly how you're doing in real time. You're going to have the donor information in real time. So you can be combining that with social media. Some of the prizes that we have, like the golden ticket, where we add $1,000 every hour, we add $1,000 to a random gift. Somebody might give you a $25 donation. That then became $1,025, and you can thank them and get everybody excited about that. So I think you'll find that that this is an opportunity to engage new donors, that you shouldn't just be seeing your regular donors shifting from one event to this. This is a new opportunity, and online giving is growing, so this is a great time to practice it.
To just add on real quick to what Carol was saying, this is also an opportunity for people who may have wanted to give but can't come in and give at maybe a gala ticket price or a sponsorship price. You know, there's many millennials. Millennials are the largest growing givers in fundraising right now, but their monetary bandwidth is a little lower than maybe a $150 ticket, but they may give $25 or $50. And we're hoping, and we know that over the 30-hour period, those $25 are going to add up really fast. So it's an opportunity to really kind of engage with that level of donation as well. That is a great question. And the one thing I really, really want to stress to everybody is, while the Orange County Community Foundation is putting this on, this is your campaign. Everything you want to do with it, everything you want to leverage it, we're encouraging you to go out and just move and shake and do as much amazing things as you can with it. So if there are ideas that we didn't bring up today, we tried to give you the stepping stones and the fundamentals to go out and move forward. There is probably a world of ideas in this room right now that you're all thinking about that you can do. So if you want to talk about those or share those with each other or help each other, please feel free to do so. If you want to email us and ask us if we think something will work, please do that as well. Our role isn't just here to stand here and train you and have you go out the door. Our role is to be here for the next 40 days and some odd hours to make sure that we raise over $2 million for Orange County and that all of you have funds coming into your nonprofits. Yes?
Yes, what happens after the giving day?
Oh, you mean when do you get your money?
No, what do we do as organizations after the giving day?
To thank people,
No, do we still continue to encourage people to give?
Well, the campaign will end. So when the 30 hours is over and it closes, that campaign is over. But what you can do is leverage your giving and continue to ask people to give. You could say something like, the 30 hours may be over, but our clients still need your help. You know, give today or something like that. That would all switch back to your traditional means of giving, to your website, to your tools that you use.
Or through Nonprofit Central.
Correct.
Because we can take donations through Nonprofit
Okay,
Central
so
as well.
afterwards, if something happens, you meet people and you're just talking. I said, we just finished something. You still want to give?
Yeah, you could send them to your website if you accept donations on your website to Nonprofit Central, or you can even embed the Nonprofit Central donation form onto your website. Just FYI, obviously Nonprofit Central Giving will be shut down for the 30 hours of the giving day because we are pushing all the giving to the site so that we can keep track of everything.
Yes.
I had a question. What is Nonprofit Central? Are you doing any kind of a campaign with your donors and your philanthropists and your foundations
for the giving day?
For the giving day, are you working with them and?
Yeah, certainly. So obviously, we want to encourage our donors. We have over 500 donor advised funds at the Community Foundation, and we want to make it very easy for them to participate in Giving Day. So we have a special campaign that we're using with our donors. They're actually able to give through their donor advised fund, and we'll input those the day of the giving day. So whatever they give to your organization will count toward bonuses. And then we're working with, through all the different funders that we know to get them excited. And a lot of our donors have corporations, so we're asking them to get their companies involved and encourage their employees to give on the giving day. So there's a lot of that going on as well.
Yes.
You were saying to, throughout the 30 hours, be thanking people. Are we going to be getting updates throughout the period of who's donating? And
Absolutely live. It's right there. So there's a leaderboard, so you're going to see how everybody's doing. And if you recall from the training, we have prizes split 2 categories: large organizations and small. So you're going to be able to see, who's winning prizes. You're going to be able to go in and look at your own donors who gave to you. Everything is right there immediately. Yes.
Also, nonprofits are continuing to write grants. You've got grants out there. If any of them happen to come in during that 30-hour period, is there a way to switch them?
Well, it would have to be through the website, so it's all credit card donations, except for our donor advisors that we're enabling them to give through their donor advice fund. So I don't think that would work. Yes?
Do you know if electronic checks are accepted as a form of payment online?
It's all through credit cards. Thank you. Any other questions? Are we about that?
Yes, all I was going to say was all of the files, all of the information we talked about today can be downloaded at iheartoc.org/tool hashtag or #toolkit. If you want all of the information, our emails are on there as well. If you have any questions and you want to email us, we're happy to help. I'm going to go ahead and turn over to Carol. I wish you all the best of luck. Thank you for your time this morning, and I'm sure we'll be seeing you soon.
Okay, so real quickly before you leave, you should be getting communications from us. Our marketing department is putting out an e-newsletter, and it's been coming out about every 2 weeks. That is where you are going to be able to stay engaged into what's happening. So if you are not getting that e-newsletter, please give me your business card before you leave today. We are pulling those names from Nonprofit Central. So if you're a manager on your Nonprofit Central profile, you should be getting that email. We're doing it in constant contact, so make sure that you allow it to accept emails from the Orange County Community Foundation. Absolutely imperative that you're able to get those because that's how we're sharing information. The other thing I want to mention is we've just scheduled the 2 technical webinars. They're going to be one's on April 9th and one's on April 13th, and we'll be sending out a link so that you can sign up for that. That's how you're going to be able to know how to interact with the site on the day of and everything like that. So be looking for that information. But the newsletter is really cool. It'll give you different ideas as we get closer and closer to Giving Day. Last thing I wanted to mention is that if you decide to have any events on the day of the Giving Day, so we're going to have a kickoff event at Angel Stadium, but we're not going to do a lot of events because this is really focused on you. But if you are having an event and you want to let us know about it, we would love to post it on Facebook. Okay, so anything to do with Giving Day, if you decide to have, hey, come have a hot dog in our parking lot and give to us, let us know. We'll put it on Facebook, okay? So that's all I had. I wanted to introduce, is Reggie available or Dr. Gwynn? Hi, come on in. I'm going to give Dr. Can we thank Springfield for having us?
I'm just the back door guy, so never thank Reggie.